Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name's May Pasha and I'm from Cca Manila's recruitment and marketing team. So I would like to welcome each and everyone. Thank you for joining us this afternoon for our very first virtual open house. So just a few reminders from our end, some house rules. First is that to ensure the quality of video and audio, we have muted all participants except our speakers. If you have any questions, you can use our chat box. It's located at the center bottom of your screen. So you can just click it and then you can send us a message. We also have with us Miss Bea Trinidad, who will be assisting me for today. If you have any technical difficulties, you can just type in using the chat box and she'll help you out. The next one is that you will receive the recording and slideshow within 24 hours after this webinar. We will also ask for your feedback in a survey, and a digital certificates will be provided upon the completion of this survey. Tag us at Cca Manila, hashtag Cca Virtual Open House on Facebook and Instagram. Kindly click the button of raise your hand if you have any technical issues again, and Ms. Bea will be assisting you via chat. Of course, we value your time, so we will keep this open house within the allotted 1 hour. Okay, so what's going to happen for this afternoon? Okay, we have invited some CCA Manila members to join us for this open house to help us out or to help you out actually in learning more about CCA Manila. In a while, I will be introducing them to you. And of course, one of the main purpose of this open house is for you to know the different programs of CCA Manila. Okay, so to begin with, okay, we have here for this afternoon CCA Manila's Chancellor for Education. She is a graduate of BS Nutrition from UP Diliman. She earned her master's and PhD from the same university. She is a secretary and board of trustee of the Culinary Education Foundation Incorporation, past president of the Philippine Association of Nutrition, and an active member of the Nutritionist Dietitians Association of the Philippines. So let us all please welcome Dr. Maria Veritas F. Luna. Hi, Dr. Luna.
Hi.
How
Hi,
are
May.
you? How are you this
I'm
afternoon?
fine. I'm fine. I'm so excited to be here because I know
Yes.
this is the first time that we're going to
Yes.
do this, and I'm very happy to see that there are about 48 participants already in our
Yes.
session today.
Mm-hmm.
So, without further ado, I would like to welcome everybody to this. We call it a webinar, no, an open house. So, it's a virtual open house of CCA Manila. So let me share with you just a little bit of information about CCA Manila. We were established in 1996. That was so many years ago. And we're the pioneer culinary school in the Philippines. And of course, our mission is to fulfill as many culinary dreams as we can and to develop the chefs of the future. Now, having said that, we would like to share with you some information about our school programs today, as you would hear that from Miss May Pasha later on. And we will also be hearing from a faculty member from CCA, Chef Kerwin Funtanilla, and likewise one of our students, Mr. Reymar Casareo. But before we give the floor to them, allow me to give you some milestones of CCA that we are very proud of. So just last year, we have started renewing our accreditation with the American Culinary Federation and also embarked the certification of all, meaning 100% of our faculty members in our academic programs. The American Culinary Federation uh, is a professional organization in North America. In fact, it is the largest one that is in there. Now, why is this important to us? The American Culinary Federation helps us maintain the quality and the rigors of learning here at CCA. When you finish our academic program, that is our Diploma in Culinary Arts and Technology Management, which is accredited by the ACF, automatically after 1 year of industry experience, you get a mark after your name called Certified Culinarian. And this will give you now your work qualification certificate to work in North America. So this is a highly sought after certification. And I'm very proud to say to you that the CCA Manila will also be the house of ACF Manila chapter. And we are the first in the Asia Pacific to be accredited by the ACF. Next, I would also like to share with you about our shift to blended learning, because as we have experienced now during the ECQ, learning has become a challenge. Schools were closed. There were a lot of things that were going on in our environment. But we believe that at CCA, your education should continue. And therefore, we're shifting to blended learning, starting probably by next month. Now, we're already planning on how to do this. And if you do get into CCA, it's not going to be a challenge whether it's face-to-face or online. You can do your learning anywhere at any time. So this is what we are offering to our potential students in the future. Our students right now who are in our academic programs are doing their classes online. And of course, as you go get into our school, you would also realize that we have a lot of partnerships. So it depends on why you want to come to CCA Manila. We will help you fulfill your culinary dream. We have some partners, both locally and internationally, who can help you achieve that dream. So if your dream is to migrate to Australia or to the US to study, get further studies in Europe, or to experience work in Spain, we can help you with all of those. So we have partnerships with prestigious and reputable institutions. Locally, we have partnerships with the University of the Philippines at Los Baños, and likewise the University of the Asia Pacific. We are doing the culinary entrepreneurship course with them, because now you see that everybody wants to do business, no? So, but we're no longer selling just cupcakes. We have to grow our food, plant them, process them, and then offer them to our clientele. So we have partnerships for those. We also have partnerships abroad. So whether you're talking about North America, New Zealand, Australia, Spain, France, we can help you with that. So I would just like to keep my talk to 10 minutes. That's the time that is given me. So once again, welcome to this virtual online open house of CCA Manila. Magandang hapon po sa inyo. Back to you, May.
Thank you very much, Dr. for sharing. Before actually I discuss the different programs of CCA Manila, we have prepared a short video for all of you. So please do enjoy watching it.
What is your culinary dream? To be an executive chef in a 5-star establishment? An entrepreneur owning restaurant chains? A pastry chef creating sweet indulgences? Or a celebrity hosting your own cooking show? Are you looking for a school that combines world-class training yet allows you to have fun at the same time? Are you looking for a school that has what it takes to fulfill your career and life goals? This is the school that is all about you. CCA Manila is the culinary school that started it all. Composed of talented, dedicated, and award-winning faculty educated in the world's finest culinary institutions. It is the first academic institution in Asia accredited by the American Culinary Federation. World-class facilities providing the best learning environment that will give each and every student access to excellent culinary education. A comprehensive curriculum that gives practical hands-on education and industry-required skills needed to excel in the global culinary arena.
Okay. So I hope with that video that we showed you, it gave you a glimpse already how it is to be like at CCA Manila. So down to the programs now of CCA Manila, let me walk you through. Okay, so I will start off with the academic programs of CCA Manila. So first is we have the Diploma in Culinary Arts and Technology Management. This program actually is the flagship program of CCA Manila. It's a 2-year diploma program in culinary arts that includes innovation and entrepreneurial management. For the second program, we have the certificate in baking and pastry arts course. It's a 1-year certificate program that provides a strong foundation on baking and pastry arts that includes management competencies. The next academic program that CCA offers is the Diploma in Culinary Agripreneurship. It's an 18-month diploma program where CCA partnered with the two most prestigious universities in the Philippines. Dr. Luna mentioned it earlier already. That would be UP Los Baños and University of Asia and the Pacific. What are the key features of this program? One is to become a culinary agripreneur. Second is a strong business acumen. And third is a farm-to-table practices. Okay, now let me, the previous programs I mentioned, like what I said, are part of our academic programs. CCA Manila offers as well continuing education programs. One is the Fundamentals in Culinary Arts course. This program is a 13-day comprehensive hands-on that develops an individual's cooking skills and palate aptitude. Second is we have the Halal. The Halal is a 16-day comprehensive hands-on program that develops cooking skills while applying the principles of Halal. Third is we have the Fundamentals in Baking and Pastry Arts course, a 13-day comprehensive hands-on program that includes application of principles and techniques to various baked products, including breads, cakes, and cake decoration, and chocolate confectionaries. We all know that this COVID-19 pandemic has brought about a lot of changes in our lives and will continue actually to bring in changes in our lives. So as we move to the new normal, CCA Manila will take its first step moving forward by providing some online programs. So first is that we have the Food Entrepreneur Masterclass. Okay, this provides aspiring food entrepreneurs the fundamentals and roadmap in establishing their own food business that is relevant to the current situation that our country is going through right now. Second is the Kitchen Discovery course. This is an online delivery option of the Kitchen Discovery course wherein students discover their passion and potential for culinary and baking pastry career. And lastly, we have the Young Chefs Bootcamp. This is a digital culinary classes for kids and for preteens. Here, the kids will actually learn basic cooking and food preparation in a fun and creative way. Okay, just like what I've mentioned earlier, okay, we have some few guests, okay, to join us for our open house today. They are actually a CCA family, okay. So I'll begin with one of the chef instructors of CCA Manila. He himself actually is a graduate of our Diploma in Culinary Arts and Technology Management. But I won't mention anymore what batch because you might start computing and find out what his age is, okay? So without any further ado, welcome Chef Kerwin Funtanilla.
Hello, Miss May. Hello, everyone. Thank you for hiding my age, Miss May. Much appreciated.
I know you're gonna say that. That's why I didn't mention anymore from what batch.
Yeah.
right.
Hello, everyone. Yeah.
Okay, so good afternoon again, Chef Kerwin.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so to join Chef Kerwin is we have actually a current student of CCA Manila. He is on his second level. Just to give a brief background about him, he actually finished his bachelor's degree in BS Psychology at University of Santo Tomas in UST. So we have Reymar Casareo with us.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Hi, Reymar.
Oh,
How are you today?
I'm nervous. A little bit nervous.
A little bit nervous.
Yeah. I'm the shy type, so.
Well, anyway, okay. Just a few questions for the both of you, okay? Just for our audience actually to learn more about CCA, okay? I just want to know what made you choose to pursue a career in culinary. Maybe we can start with Chef Kerwin.
So, not a few years back when I was still in high school. Actually, my story is I'm straight from high school. I entered CCA already. Back then, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Iron Chef TV series. So that was very popular back then, and I was watching it. I got inspired I saw that parang the way they cook, it was so glamorous. It was so astig, so to speak. So I really wanted to become a chef because of that show. And aside from the fact that when I was young, I was always in the kitchen, obviously eating, and then helping out my lola as well, my grandparents. My lola was the one always cooking in the kitchen. So I was amazed at how she produced those dishes that when it was laid out on the table, everyone was happy, everyone was joyful when we were at the dinner table and eating those kinds of food. So that inspired me as well. I would just didn't imagine that that would be my career later on. Na that would be my calling pala. So that's how I started.
Okay, that's nice to hear, Chef Kerwin. How about you, Reymar? I mean, coming from the medical field. So why are you
Ah,
in culinary now?
war flashbacks. No,
Maybe
but
you can just share with us.
well, in my case, me, I've always had a special place in my heart kasi for culinary. Okay, to be more specific, it was food na may special place sa puso ko. Obvious naman, if you see me in real life, big boy. But yeah, because growing up, I wasn't really in the most ideal of situations, and I never, basically, I'm not gonna go too personally and share details of my life story. Maalaala mo kaya na yun eh. Sasubmit ko na lang kay Ma'am Charo yun. But yeah, um, in my case kasi, for me, the only thing that brought me a lot of joy in my life kasi was food. Not that I'm saying food is a good defense mechanism kapag namomroblema ka. That's actually unhealthy. But I'm just saying na there's just something magical kasi about food for me eh. You know those moments na kapag parang napakalungkot mo, tapos pupunta ka sa kainan, you can be sad before you go to a restaurant, and you can still be sad or troubled after you go to a restaurant. But when you're in the middle of that restaurant, tapos kumakain ka, ang saya. Like for a moment in time, it feels like nawala lahat ng problema mo when you get to experience that feeling na you get to eat certain foods that bring you so much joy and comfort. And it was always so magical for me. So that's what started my love for food. And then the next thing I knew, I wanted to be able to share that experience with other people, which got me more interested in cooking because I wanted to be able to share with people that love that I've learned from eating that food, and I want to give people that experience, that happiness. So kaya ako napahilig bigla sa pagluluto.
Okay, but are you enjoying what you're doing now?
Very, very much.
Okay,
It
that's good to
compared
hear.
to medicine. Pero kudos to people in the medical field. Ang galing nyo,
Yes,
swear.
yeah.
But I'm just happier here.
Okay, that's great to hear. Now, we know for a fact that there are a lot of culinary schools here in the Philippines, right? So what brought you to CCA? Chef Kerwin, would you like to go first?
Um, Siguro ano, way back then, CCA was one of the very first schools. So I guess there were just maybe CCA and then the others were offering HRM, and HRM is more on the front side, and CCA was more of the kitchen side. So I really wanted to focus into cooking because that was my passion. So that was what got me into CCA in the first place. Nowadays naman, when I talk to, I think Reymar can answer as well later, but I think nowadays, one of the main differences talaga of enrolling in a culinary school, especially with CCA, is aside from the cooking aspect, aside from us teaching you how to become chefs, we also teach you the management side of everything. So in CCA, we don't just train you to cook really good. We also train you how to become entrepreneurs. We train you how to do food demonstrations. We train you how to even become teachers. Halos lahat eh. All fields in that you can think of in the culinary in the culinary and scene, uh, we try to train you on that. So when you go out, when you graduate, you're not limited lang to becoming a chef in a kitchen. You can become a food blogger, for example. You can become a food stylist. You can become a consultant. So parang also, I guess my experience there was when I was still studying is I parang I thought I just wanted to drive, so I enrolled myself, for example, in a driving school. But after I graduated CCA, hindi lang driving, for example, yung natutunan ko. I also learned about, for example, a car, how it works. If it was a driving school, I learned how um, to sell that car or to repair that car. So same thing with cooking, hindi lang siya cooking. I learned also different aspects and different jobs also related din sa cooking na hindi lang limited talaga sa loob ng kusina.
Okay. So learning holistically, Chef Kerwin,
Yeah.
would you say be the advantage of being a CCA graduate?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
And holistically also in a sense na even the way that how a chef is supposed to act and interact with people, with the ingredients, with actually halos lahat eh. Talagang we try to really instill in you yung being a holistical
Yeah.
Filipino chef na.
Okay. Thank you for sharing, Chef Kerwin.
Yeah.
How about you, Reymar, on your end? So why CCA?
I also learned how to car here. But yeah, joke lang. I love you, chef. But yeah, in my case for CCA, it all started with a lot of avid research, like lots and lots of research. I looked at every single school, even internationally, joined some of the seminars, tried to learn about a thing or two from every. I'm not gonna drop any names because that's unprofessional. But one name I will drop is CCA. But yeah, because as Chef mentioned a while ago, it's a really great place because it has an amazing education, as you can see from the curriculum, like how it casts such a wide net in order for you to learn multiple things in multiple places and multiple specialties. And then one great thing that I found when I enrolled here was the ACF, or the American Culinary Federation, that it got accepted. So basically what they're giving you is an education at the international level without you having to spend like millions of pesos just to study abroad or somewhere else, because you can get that international level education just in our home country right here, which is a lot more accessible for sure. Then one other thing that made me pick CCA was when I did the school visits and I went around looking for schools to enroll in, was when I went to CCA personally, I actually found myself falling in love with the school because of, special thanks to all of the wonderful staff and the amazing instructors and chefs that are around there. They really make you feel welcome. Chef Kerr wasn't joking when they said they treat you like family. It's like, looking for a long lost relative now when you finally get to meet them after the initial meeting where you're ano, when you're nervous, like you don't know how to interact yet, but then they just make you feel so welcome and it feels so warm and inviting. And then next thing I knew, I couldn't think of any other school to go to than CCA. So I, even though I have to admit though, I'm not gonna joke around. If I'm gonna be completely honest, it's not cheap. But then again, all culinary schools aren't cheap naman talaga. But the amazing thing here is you really get your money's worth. You learn so much. You get to meet amazing people in the industry. And trust me, nothing beats the amount of experience that the chef instructors are able to pass on to you. Yung mga stories nila, it's so fun. They give you so much information of what it's like when you work in the industry, what it's like to have your own thing, your own businesses. And it's just something that no amount of money can pay for talaga. It's just priceless information and moments that you can't get anywhere else.
Okay. Now let me get back to Chef Kerwin. Chef Kerwin, maybe you can share with our audiences what subject or subjects you're teaching at CCA currently.
I teach most of the fundamental subjects. Actually, it's, from level 1, ako yung isa sa mga first teachers na encounter ng mga students up till around level 4. level
Mhm.
5. Then they see me again for Filipino cuisine. So a lot of the students would say I'm the disciplinarian because I'm at the fundamental part. I'm sure Reymar is laughing. I'm sure
So
he
you're
can
a
agree
strict kind of
with.
instructor in the kitchen, huh?
Mm, well, inside the classroom, inside the lab, yes, because I admit, because we have to simulate what it really is to work inside a regular kitchen, no? But outside the labs, after we finish our class, obviously naman yung the nurturing side is there. So yeah, inside the classroom, yes, I'm strict. Okay, Reymar, namin ko na I'm strict. But after naman nun, we're friends, we're family, we're good naman. Yeah.
Okay. So with this pandemic thing that's happening right now, Chef Kerwin, how are you coping now with the students? Because again, like what Doctora said, nothing could stop people or students from
Yes.
learning, right?
Yeah.
So what are the steps that you have been taking now, since all of your students, probably including yourself, right, including the staff of CCA, are locked
Mhm.
down in our own homes? So how are you coping with it?
Yeah, it was actually hard. I don't think anyone was really that prepared for the past 3 4 months because of the pandemic, and especially with us since we're a culinary school. It's not as easy to translate certain things like with cooking to an online setting. But kudos also to the students because no matter how hard we try, if the students were not open to the online learning thing, it wouldn't work as well. Right now, actually, Reymar was a student of mine just the past subject. We just finished 2 weeks ago, Reymar, right? Yeah, so with the online learning for their subject last time, we did lectures. And then the following subject, which is now they're into cooking methods, we try to incorporate bits and pieces of the cooking into their homeworks. So right now they're assigned to do a cooking demonstration, a cooking video. So yan yung assignment nila now, and they're gonna submit that to us next week. But slowly and surely, we are trying to make everyone comfortable because I think also that's the main thing na kailangan for online learning. Everyone needs to be comfortable for us to actually be able to learn. Because if it's forced sometimes, if we're not ready, for example, yung basta pinush lang, then it's not going to be as successful. Fortunately, in our case, everyone was receptive, everyone was helping each other out, so mas madali yung transition.
Okay, thank you for sharing, Chef Kerwin. Reymar, I'm just curious, okay, because
Yes.
coming from the medical field, right? I know it's
Ah.
quite hard being in the medical field, right? But would you consider being in a culinary school hard as well?
Ah. Well, what I've experienced
Natatawa si Chef Kerwin. You want to answer that, Chef Kerwin, from a point of view of a student when you
I'm
were
waiting for
still a
Raymar's answer. It's
student?
gonna be very interesting.
Okay, so let me hear that. I want to hear that, Reymar.
Well, one thing I learned from all of my experiences, even in my past experiences and past education, nothing is easy. That's one thing is for sure. Nothing is easy. I know there are a lot of people out there with certain notions na certain academes or certain courses are harder or mas mahirap than everything else. Nagsasabihin nila, course namin mas mahirap kaysa dito. Ang dali lang ng mga course nyo. Ito madali lang yan. Lahat ng gagawin mo, nakatayo ka lang. But in reality though, kasi in my course of psych, I got to meet lots of people. There's lots of mental health issues that you get to interact and see their problems, their viewpoints in life. And well, you realize that no course really is easy because every single course has its own problems. Plus, but then again, if you think about it, it wouldn't be a course naman talaga if it was easy. There's a reason why, like in everything you do, you have to be able to put in the time, the effort, and the blood, sweat, and tears. Sa medical and culinary field, literal na blood, sweat, and tears. Because there will be times where if you're not careful, syempre, you can get into an accident. And well, yeah. But don't worry. in both fields, you have great instructors na kaya ka naman tulungan, and they'll make sure na you'll be safe and not sorry. So yeah, sure, iiyak ka sometimes, but you'll be safe and happy in your heart. But yeah, both courses have their own problems. In medicine, pag-iisipan mo like all of or in pre-med courses, College of Science or anything, lahat ng pag-aaralan mo, all the books na you have to memorize, yung mga kapal na mga libro, all the special terms, all of the chemicals, all of the neurotransmitters, ayun nga, war flashbacks. So you'd expect na, you'd think na, pag pumunta ako sa culinary, madali lang yan. I don't need to memorize all of these things and all these chemicals. That's where you're wrong. You're gonna be memorizing different things. It's not gonna be medical, but it's definitely gonna be a lot of stuff then. Not only that, you have to work on your physical skills then, you know, everything from yung basic knife skills na tinuturo ni Chef Kerr. Again, amazing instructor in that part. But seriously though, it's true. He really does help you a lot. Like, tututukan ka niya kung kita niya na hindi maayos. And it's great how every instructor really helps and gives you that attention that you need when you really can't handle something by yourself. But yun nga, I guess to answer the question, layo na narating ko, sorry, but culinary school definitely has its own share of hardships. But then again, what matters most naman talaga yata for me is, as long as pinili mo talaga yun, ginusto mo talaga yun, kahit ganong kahirap, siguradong malalagpasan mo yan. And I thank you. Nakamute ka, Ma'am Miss May.
Sorry.
There we go.
We have actually questions coming in already. Maybe Chef Kerwin, you can help me out with this one. Someone asked, how many hours a day do students learn and for how many days?
It depends on what level they are. It depends also on the class. But typically, they have, on a typical level, maybe they have 5 to 6 hours of lab and then maybe 4 hours of lecture. It's from Mondays to Thursdays. So basically, we're getting more or less 4 days of their lives each week. And just to add to Reymar also, I would admit also that there are certain subjects in school that are really hard. It's because with culinary arts, it's not just mentally taxing. Sometimes physically also, since nakapagod because you're in front of the stoves, and that's a typical kitchen life. But we're also trying to build character as well. That's one of the, I think, after graduation, when I graduated, which was not long ago, I think that was one of the things I'm thankful for in school, because when it wasn't sugar coated. Like sometimes kasi you run into certain programs wherein akala mo after you graduate everything's easy. It's like in school, but yun, when after I graduated, it wasn't sugar coated. So they really my instructors back then really prepared us for what it really is like outside school, and they were building our characters already. So when we went out, mas madali yung transition for us. And yun din yung tinatry namin i-pass kay Reymar with the students now. And yeah, sometimes there can be long hours in the kitchen, but that's what it really is.
So much, Chef Kerwin. So having that said, with all, I guess you said the hardships that you went through, how do you think CCA contributed now to what you have become now?
Actually, ako it's kind of funny because growing up I was really shy. I wasn't really comfortable talking to a lot of people, and my relatives would say it's very surprising you're even teaching now. So with what I said earlier with CCA, kasi they train you or we nurture you not just in terms of cooking lang in the kitchen, but also in other aspects. Like we try to prepare you for example, in doing cooking demos, how to properly talk in front of a crowd. Like with that one, we have cooking demonstrations for that our students do. Or sometimes, or we even have a subject that's catering. So not a lot of culinary programs can say that they have catering classes. And We have very competent instructors to actually teach that. Like one of our instructors is Chef Jasper, who is under Josiah's Catering. So again, it's a different side of the culinary field. So yeah, CCA, I wasn't just cooking. CCA was preparing me to become, kasi they say the ultimate goal of a chef or a culinarian is not actually to stay in the kitchen. It's to own businesses. It's to become a celebrity chef. So it's really beyond the kitchen life. And CCA has prepared me to actually have skills that are necessary to go beyond being being just a cook or being just a chef, but to become yung parang epitome nung nung careers namin, yung careers natin. Miss May, nakamute ka, Miss May?
So sorry about that. I have some questions that came in again. Okay, maybe Reymar can answer this also, and of course you, Chef Kerwin. What are your tips for an aspiring food blogger? What meals should be presented
Go, Reymar.
to other people? Because maybe I can share it with our audience, Reymar, because Reymar actually has been doing this ever since. And that's the reason why I said that Reymar, probably you can share some with this question. With this question, I mean, that came in. So, any tips from the both of you for aspiring food blogger?
May I, Chef? Okay.
Go ahead, Reymar.
Hello,
Go, Reymar.
fellow food lover. No, but yeah, seriously though, thanks for the question. That's actually a very good question. I should have asked that nung ako yun sa open house. Yeah. For an aspiring food blogger, are we talking about like videos here? Or are we talking about like the classic, like you make your own magazine types, or like you have your own? Because those are two very different things. All of it. Wow. Okay. Ooh. Well, for me, in my case, I actually did start off writing, not as a blog thing, but mostly because I loved food, and I actually just wrote reviews for myself. Like I remember having this tiny little notebook, like everywhere I went, like anywhere I eat food, even in McDonald's, like even in fast food. I have this tiny little notebook, and I do like little reviews of the food, like McDonald's Tomas Muerto, the score of their chicken is 5, or McDonald's or whatever restaurant out there. I'll do little reviews of it, or if I find ramen. I started off writing, and then I just found myself shifting towards to videos, mostly because I realized some of my antics cannot be translated to words, because I do have a bit of a slight weird personality if I'm being nice about it, but which is great though. In the case of if you want to start writing for food blogs, what I'd like to say is just keep writing. I think that's a very important thing you should do. Learn how to be able to word things in certain ways, find your own identity in the way that you write, because anybody can write a simple scientific thing if you just copy paste from textbook or something, but only you can write the way you do. Be able to keep writing and find your own style on how you want to translate what you felt when you tasted certain things or made certain things, so the viewer can find a glimpse of what it's like to experience the things that you've experienced through written word or through videos.
Okay, thank you, Reymar.
When it comes to like videos as well, it's the same thing. Learn to articulate, learn to have fun and enjoy it. And for what you should present and share with other people, anything that holds a special place in your heart. Like, I know it's cheesy, corny, pero it's true. Because you can only truly express something when when it actually hits a note inside of you. Like, you can start off with yung childhood favorite food mo, or yung niluto ng parents mo that made you so happy. You can start off with that, learn how to describe it, learn how to be able to express to the people out there na this is special to me, and I just want to share with you why and how it's so special. And then from there, you develop your own style and you pretty much wing it from that point on, and trust yourself and what you want to write and say. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Reymar. Any add-on, Chef Kerwin?
Hindi ako masyado makarelate kasi when people see me on video, they say I'm really scary. So I think being a food video blogger would scratch that off my list. But yeah, what Reymar said is true. Usually kasi I think like when I watch food blogs or video cooking videos, no, I think mas mabilis na na mas mabilis na nagsistrike sa heart mo if very personal, very sincere yung person that's speaking about the food, about yung experience niya with cooking. So yun, I think for doing cooking videos, as long as you speak from the heart, that's fine. That's a good thing to start with.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So,
Sorry.
like what you
Sorry, one more thing for the vlogger or
Go ahead.
blogger out there. I just want to say, congrats for you to wanting to start that journey. And if you want, you can actually contact me kung feel mo lang, like we can talk about food and things that you want to pursue or whatever. I'd be really happy to help you out and get to know you. So wala lang, open invitation. Yeah. Search mo lang Reymar Cooks on IG or Facebook or whatever. Thank
can
you.
actually find Chef Kerwin also, right, in IG. Yeah, he made some food demonstrations with his son, so probably you can check also in IG for Chef Kerwin.
Yeah, I include my son there para I
Yes.
don't look as intimidating. So that was a treat for me.
You're not.
The food they make looks really good. Trust me, watch it. It's so nice.
Yeah, so
Thank you,
probably
Reymar.
after this open house, they can actually start searching for you guys and watch your food demonstrations. Now, going back, just like what Chef Kerwin mentioned earlier about learning holistically at CCA, maybe Reymar, you can share student life at CCA. How is it like?
Very tough. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it either. I'm gonna be completely honest here. It's not easy, as I've mentioned. It's definitely not easy, because especially in our certain case, because what happened was when we enrolled, sunod-sunod yung kalamidad. Like we did not have a single break. Like sunod-sunod, like the Taal thing happened, the volcano, then the bagyos and everything, and it just made things a lot even more tougher than usual because iba to eh. Like it's not like high school where kapag nawalan ka ng 1 day of class, ang saya-saya mo. Like, yay, no class. We can relax. That's not true. In college, it's very, very different. Or even in this study as well, because when you miss 1 day, you're gonna kailangan mo maghabol. So a fast-paced environment becomes even faster. So the pressure is there. Don't get me wrong though. It's still lots of fun. Like I don't know how the instructors do it. Like no matter how scary it seems or no matter how much pressure we're in, they find some way to make us laugh. I don't know how, but they just do, which kind of puts your heart at ease. Kahit paano, when you really do start believing in yourself na ang hirap pero kaya ko to. Iiyak ako pero kaya ko to. Wag lang tumalsik yung luha mo sa pagkain, okay lang yun. But because it really is a fast-paced environment that you have to get used to. There is a lot of stress, but one thing's for sure though, in my case, nothing compares to the fulfillment that you get once you do get past all of these challenges. It's really tough, yeah, but that feeling you get when you find out, you realize that, oh wow, I can actually do this. Kaya ko pala to. Or even if umiyak ka, umiyak ako, pero kinaya ko.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a proud moment that you feel na parang, kasi it's not like other schools, again, I'm not name dropping, na they hold your hand, not literally kasi bawal yun. But I mean, like, there's a lot of hand holding. They do a lot of the things for you. Like sometimes all you have to do nga is just show up. and then all they're gonna do is show you this, make you taste this, and that's it. In CCA, it's very different. They really get you to experience the whole process, which I think is great. Like everything from the preparation to the ingredients to the adjustments to the little skills that they teach you, and even more than that, they give you even more supplementary stuff that helps you really grow as a chef and as a person. And that's really an amazing experience. So no regret, CCA. Yeah.
As long as you're enjoying, right, Reymar?
Amen. Nothing beats the
Okay.
enjoyment after. And during, masaya din naman. Like, it's really fun.
Okay, that's very great to hear. Um, we know for a fact that some probably would like to go into culinary, right? But they really don't have a background in cooking. What's your take for that one, Chef Kerwin?
We have a lot of students actually that enroll, and actually even with me, back then, although I said I was always in the kitchen growing up, but I didn't really have proper culinary skills or proper training. Maybe kaya ko magluto ng hotdog bago ako nag-aral or ng instant pancit canton, but siguro a few specialties. But I was one of those people that really didn't have those proper skills yet, culinary skills. But as long as kasi it's your passion, I think this goes with any other field naman. As long as you really want it, as long as it's really your passion, you will learn. You will learn and you will cook. Ang mahirap kasi sometimes if even if you know basics but you don't really have the passion to be in the kitchen, you don't really have a passion for our work, then mahirapan ka talaga. So even if you're zero knowledge, as long as you really want to learn, we can help you. It's easy to actually help and teach people who are really really interested.
And that's why you're there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Let me see. Would you have any message to our aspiring culinarians out there?
Ako muna siguro. Actually, I have a lot. I don't think in 10 minutes natin is enough. But ano lang siguro.
Keep it short.
Yeah. If you really, I mean, there are a lot of, kasi culinary arts is really popular now, no? So, what would really differentiate our graduates from other culinarians? But what I would often tell the students is, aside from the proper cooking skills, okay, so yun kasi ano natuturo yun sometimes it's easy to get that as long as you're smart or for example you're hardworking, but yung proper na discipline is also very important. Yung the way that you treat for example your fellow workers, your, I think again holistically dapat kasi it's there, the respect for the job, the respect for the people, the respect for your boss, the respect for your peers. It has to be there, and in school it's one of the things that we also try to instill in the students. Now sometimes it's not just about your cooking skills, it's how you approach cooking also, and it's how you approach the environment wherein you are cooking. It's what makes you become a really 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 great chef as opposed to just a chef. And yung responsibility then also to produce good food, and yung responsibility also to properly represent yung Filipino chefs, because again I think that is one thing that we need to really push yung Filipino cuisine. So in school also kasi we have Filipino cuisine, but we try to make our students represent that globally, and we want them to be very very good Filipino chefs that can cook for the world, which is our slogan nga. So it's not just about cooking, but it's also becoming responsible with our roots, which is Filipino cuisine, and yun nga, yung respect for the environment and for the ingredients and for almost everything. And just to add to that, there's a question here because it says yung Green Revolution. Actually, CCA is one of the culinary schools that has a subject dedicated to environmentalism. Alam ni Reymar yan because ako yung nagturo ng isang subject ng subject na yan sa kanila. So we have green chefmanship. So yun nga, like what I was saying earlier, we teach hindi lang tayo cooking, we also teach them how to become responsible. And one of those subjects is green chefmanship, wherein we teach them how to responsibly cook. Like for example, ano ba yung mga sustainable na mga ingredients, ano ba yung mga ingredients na less yung carbon footprints, because also nowadays it's very in demand. A lot of people don't realize it, but when they go out, when they try to get employed, sometimes especially with the Europeans, they would important sa kanila yung what is your view on environmentalism? How can you contribute to making or to producing less carbon footprints, etc. etc. Nadami ko nasabi, sorry. Nakamute ka, Miss May?
So sorry about that again. It's a good thing actually that you've mentioned about the green chefmanship, because again, that's one of CCA's signature, right? And it's a good thing that you were able to touch on that one. How about you, Reymar? Coming from a point of view of student, someone who wants to go into the culinary world. So what would be your message to these people?
I just want to mention then the green chefmanship course is actually one of my favorites din sa CCA. It's something that you really can't find sa ibang schools. That's actually one of the highlights as to why dun ako.
And they went
Sa CCA
to Mangani's farm. One of our owners has a organic farm.
You get to visit a self-sustaining farm, and it was honestly beautiful. It's so cool. There's farm animals. It's cute, like little piggies and stuff, and big piggies, and other animals besides piggies. But yeah, I'm dawdling. If there's one thing siguro na I can say to people that want to pursue things in their lives, not just culinary, is kasi what I've learned from, not that I'm saying na sayang naman yung 4 years ko sa pre-med, not that I'm saying that. I mean, it's definitely an experience that I wouldn't trade for a world. And I learned a lot of things there too, na irreplaceable lessons, tough and easy ones. But yeah, if I had a parting message to everybody here, it's that life's too short to not follow your dreams and aspirations. Kaya you really shouldn't be afraid to pursue your passion in your own ways. Kasi what I found out is, kasi what's really the point of going through each and every day if you don't get to strive for what gives your life meaning talaga? Like, I know that it's tough for certain individuals. Yes, like it's hard to do things that you want to do when you don't really get the support for it. Like, there are going to be lots of people out there that will always say na you're not going to be good enough for this. Why'd you pick this course? Ano ba naman yan? Wala kang future dyan. Dito ka na lang. Mas maraming pera dyan. You pick this course or that course. And honestly, I followed what they said for a short time in my life. And I've never felt more crushed. And now that I'm in culinary and I'm finally following my dreams, sure, I may not be getting support from those people that said I'd be worthless here or something like that, but I definitely have no regrets. It's something that just fills me with so much pride and happiness every single day when I wake up knowing that I finally got to choose something that I actually want to do in my life. And I can't thank CCA enough for giving me that opportunity to be able to follow that dream I've always had growing up. So if your goal talaga is culinary or whatever it is, but in this case culinary, kasi it's a culinary talk, there really is no better place for me than CCA. So I really can't wait for you to join up and see you around the halls. Not now, kasi bawal, but like kapag pwede na, I'd love to see you around the halls. I'd love to get to know you, meet you. Then we can talk about food, we can talk about the experiences, and you know, I just want to give you the experience of family that I was able to get when I joined CCA then. And I really hope to see you guys around. So, iiyak na ako.
Yeah, thank you for that, Reymar. Okay, so
Sorry, Miss May.
Yeah.
I just have two questions I would like to answer lang. Very quickly lang to,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I
go
think
ahead.
these are interesting
I
questions.
got you, Jude.
One question kasi here is, what advice would you give to those who want to become a Michelin star chef?
Yeah.
A Michelin star chef kasi one of the main things lang no, with becoming a Michelin star chef, especially even if you watch YouTube videos of yung mga Michelin star chefs, is aside from knowing how to cook really well, isa sa mga common traits niya, number one, is they need to learn how to manage a kitchen properly. So lahat naman, when you're a chef, everyone assumes that you cook really good. What differentiates lang you from becoming a good chef to a great chef na is your kitchen management skills. That's one. And second is yung pagka-OC mo with everything. Because when you're a Michelin star chef, even something like, for example, an herb that's already browning on the side, that would be a big thing or a big deal. So becoming OC and having that discipline also, and knowing how to manage your people and knowing how to run a kitchen is very important, and we teach you that in school. And there's another one here is usually what do students do after, or where do they find themselves after attending school? In CCA kasi, what's nice about CCA is we don't just teach you cooking, okay? So we try to nurture you into what you want to become. Okay, so there are certain students after school, they become caterers, they become celebrity chefs. I think most of the people naman know that most of the famous chefs here locally are from CCA. So yun, they can become celebrity chefs. They become food stylists. So it really depends on what you want to become. So again, in school, we try to we don't just teach you cooking. We also try to get you, or to know what you want to become after school. Because we can help you with that, because basically it's what you paid for. So we try to help you in what you want to become, as long as you're passionate and interested. Yeah. Thank you.
Can I
Thank
also
you so
answer the
much.
one question that I read?
Okay,
Sorry.
go ahead, Reymar.
So ano ginagawa namin after class? De joke lang. We go home and we review and study. But there was a question here about do you have clubs in CCA? What kind of club are you talking about? No, I'm just kidding. It's a school club, obviously. When it comes, I haven't really seen any like official school clubs, but the great thing about CCA is that it's a quaint community, so it's easy to like find people, meet people. You know, don't be afraid to talk to some of us on the halls, and I'm sure we'll find something we can talk about together that we'll both be interested in. And you know, being able to spend time with people that have the same interests as you is sort of like a club na rin. Like, who knows, both of you might be coffee addicts. Like, well, not coffee addict, but I mean like coffee connoisseurs, quote unquote. You know, you guys can talk about coffee and stuff like that, or things besides cooking. You know, we're people too. We don't just cook. You can ask us about like what sports we like to do. We could hang out after classes. We could go out, try different kinds of foods, or you know, different kinds of activities. So yeah, you can always just talk to us, and we're always very happy to meet you guys and talk to you guys. So go lang. That's it. Yeah. Miss May yun.
Thank you so much, Chef Kerwin, and thank you so much, Reymar. So we have posted on your screen how to get in touch with us. Okay, we have our phone numbers, we have the mobile number, and then you can reach us currently now with our mobile number and our email. For those other questions that you have, you can actually email directly to us, and we'd be happy to answer all your questions. Before I end this program, we have just one more video to share with our audience.
Tonight's ACF dinner was prepared hand in hand with our students and faculty. We have redefined the concept to become more of an intimate experience. We decided to steer away from buffets because we want zero waste. Look around you, what do you see left? So today that's a very serious topic in the industry. These exercises allow us to validate our faculty, our students, and to enhance the students' journey. So it's truly a testament to our craft and the Philippines. Congratulations on 100% passing rate. I can give them a round of applause. 100%. I was very fortunate to witness and be part of the exams last December. They did a marvelous job and they were really under some serious pressure. Last week, due to ongoing discussions for the last 4 months, I'm happy to tell you that we were granted at Cca a green light to establish our ACF Cca chapter in the Philippines. So that's a milestone for the school again. As trailblazers, we would now have an ACF chapter which links us with Napa Valley and the US strongly.
There you go. Dr. Luna, may we have you back in video, please? Hi, Dr. Luna.
Hi.
Any last messages to our aspiring culinarians, Dr. Luna, before we end this open house?
Oh, you just follow your heart. Your passion will take you there. So as Reymar was saying, just follow your passion and you will be happy, I guarantee you. So to all our potential students, we welcome you to CCA. Hope that you can come and join us. We'd like to see you face to face so that you can also meet Chef Kerwin. He's not terror, he's just saying he's terror, but he's actually very friendly. Okay, so with
Thank you, Doctora.
Yes. Okay, so we have come to an end already of our open house. Okay, I would like to invite everyone who's here today that we are having another virtual event this coming Saturday, May 23. That would be again from 4:30 to 5:30. The title of this event that we have is the Virtual Weekend Market. So it's more inclined to food businesses. So I encourage everyone to please come and join us again on Saturday. And again, like what I have mentioned before the start of the open house, we have a survey form that we will be sending to you. Once you have accomplished those survey forms, then we will be providing you a certificate. So once again, thank you very much, Chef Kerwin, Reymar, and of course, Dr. Luna. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. And to all our audiences, thank you for sharing your time with us. And we hope to see you once we're back at CCA campus. We hope that we get to see you there. So thank you very much. Have a good afternoon. Bye.
Bye.